I can't even fly." "Ah," Xavier replied, "once you learn the true nature of heroism, you will." Before Rick could demand clarity, the professor's wife stormed in, holding an accusatory finger to the air. She was convinced Xavier was up to no good, and her hunch was spot on. Invisible Girl was hiding in his office. Mrs. Xavier swung wildly until she managed to clock Invisible Girl, who blinked into sight, rubbing her jaw. In a melodramatic flourish, Mrs. Xavier dragged their children in to shame Xavier. "Unbelievable, and we just had a new baby." Xavier glanced at the baby, who promptly used its telekinetic powers to launch him across the room. "Yep," he mused from his crumpled spot on the floor. "Definitely my kid." With Xavier out of commission, his wife decided to impart some wisdom. "Rick, the key to becoming a hero is making a costume." It made sense in an oddly practical way, so Rick began sketching outfit ideas, ranging from awkwardly patriotic to unintentionally scandalous. After a few trials, he fashioned a suit that was breathable, stylish, and, as his friend Trey pointed out, unintentionally see-through. Blind and breathless, Rick collapsed. By nightfall, he'd patched things up and donned his suit again, ready to strike a heroic pose on a gargoyle. Turns out someone was already on that gargoyle. "Oh, hey, this is my spot," the man grumbled, lighting himself on fire. "You're on fire!" Rick panicked, grabbing a fire extinguisher. After a sputtering debate, the man collapsed in pain. Well, Rick thought, there's always a learning curve. By day, Rick worked a respectable job at the Daily Bugle-like paper, selling blurry self-portraits as Dragonfly. His boss squinted at the images. "These look like Dragonfly took them himself." "Sure, maybe," Rick shrugged, his secret safe for another day. Suddenly, a police standoff was announced over the newsroom speakers, and Rick vanished in a blink, leaving two flabbergasted colleagues behind. At the university, Rick arrived just in time to meet his first real villain, Lou Landers, aka Hourglass. He was on a mission to steal Celium, his key to immortality. Dragonfly punched him with all his might, but stopped mid-swing, transfixed by Jill, his love interest, who just so happened to be watching.